skyscrapers, scorching deserts with huge rolling sand dunes that stretch for miles, the freezing polar ice caps where even in the coldest place on Earth, life has found a way. I stole that line from Jurassic Park. And the giant blue oceans that control our climate and where we are still discovering new life. In fact, 80% of our oceans are still unmapped. Expert box! How do the oceans control the climate? Oceans absorb excess heat from the sun. Acting a bit like a conveyor belt, their currents bring in warm water and rain from the equator to the north and south poles, and cold water from the poles back to the equator. This spreads heat around the world, keeping hot countries cooler and cold countries warmer. Now imagine all the nature you encounter at home, either in your garden or on the way to school. Even in the busiest cities and towns, nature can still be seen casually doing its thing. All you have to do is open your eyes to see it. Every living thing on Earth and in our oceans, big and small, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope, works in delicate balance. And I stole that line from The Lion King. Here's an example. Take a deep breath. Now take another. Did you know that half the oxygen on Earth is produced by phytoplankton? What's that, you ask? Well, phytoplankton are tiny single-celled plants found in the ocean that sit way down at the very bottom of the food chain. Around 50% of our oxygen on the planet comes from those little dudes. So that second breath you took is all down to them. Our planet's pretty awesome, right? The aquatic food web. Expert box. What are phytoplankton? Phytoplankton are plant-like microscopic organisms that live in watery environments, both salty and fresh. They are really important in the aquatic food web, feeding everything from microscopic plankton to enormous whales. Small fish and invertebrates also graze on them, and those smaller animals are eaten by the bigger ones. Like land plants, phytoplankton have chlorophyll to capture sunlight, and they use photosynthesis to turn it into chemical energy. They consume carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Much of the air we breathe comes from phytoplankton, and they are being harmed by plastic blocking out the light and tiny plastic particles in the water affecting the food chain. If we want to survive as a human race, we need to save the phytoplankton by reducing the plastic in the oceans. Planet Earth blows my mind every day. In my opinion, Planet Earth is the best happy accident to ever happen in the entire universe. Latest studies suggest that water was first on this Earth around 4.6 billion years ago. This, combined with the fact that our sun is the perfect distance away, and a mixture of ice ages and volcanic gases, Earth's farts, that create chemical reactions, means that somehow life happened. Well, that's the short version. Okay, that's a very short version, but the planet has gone through some radical changes over the last billions of years for us to be able to climb up out of the water and slowly evolve into the amazing creatures we are today. Expert box. What is the Goldilocks zone? There are a few key factors that allow a planet to support life. The most important one is the presence of water. This is determined by the planet's distance from its star. So in Earth's case, the sun. If a planet does exist in a star's habitable zone, the Goldilocks zone, and atmospheric conditions allow for liquid water to be present, then life may form. Planets that are closer to the sun than us, like Venus, are unable to host life because they're too hot. Liquid water therefore can't exist on those planets. Other planets are too far from the sun, which means they're so cold that only water in the form of ice exists. Or the planet may even be made entirely of gas, like Neptune or Uranus. Earth, fortunately for us, is the perfect Goldilocks distance from the sun. Not too far, not too close, just right. 5 scary facts about our planet. 1. Our forests are under serious threat. 31% of the Earth is covered in life-giving forests. These green areas of the world breathe in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and in return, they produce the oxygen that we need to survive.